This new information comes from the terror suspect's former girlfriend. She has called him a deadbeat dad. She paints a very dark picture of this individual. She says he's a man who hates gays, the military, and American culture in general, pretty much. The cover of today's New York Post with these 3 words: he hates America.
So the woman spoke with FoxNews.com, saying that his trips in Afghanistan changed him, saying, quote, he would speak often of Western culture and how it was different from back home, how there weren't homosexuals in Afghanistan. I never thought he would do something like this. I think he was brainwashed, end quote. We're going to start our coverage this morning live in Washington. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge there. And what is the latest at this hour? Good morning.
Well, thank you, Bill. A government source also told Fox News that a note with Arabic symbols and writing was found with one of the unexploded devices. The source said the symbols were described as kind of typical of ISIS. Despite these very public statements at yesterday's news conference, 2 sources said the view among rank-and-file investigators in New York, New Jersey, as well as at the federal level here in Washington, is that the search is not over and they are working on the premise there are others who supported Rahami until proven otherwise.
I have no indication that there is a cell operating in the area or in the city. The investigation is ongoing, so as we develop more information, we continue to go, but I have no indication that there's a cell operating here.
A lot more information is coming in all the time. We have so much more information, obviously, than we even had a few hours ago. Based on the information we have now, we have every reason to believe this was an act of terror.
And there's growing evidence this morning that the seeds of Rahami's radicalization were sown overseas, and the FBI is very focused on at least 3 trips to his native Afghanistan. A law enforcement source said the frequency of the trips was not suspicious at the time because of his family ties, and the number of trips did not suggest Rahami had outside help to pay for the flights. And as you mentioned, his high school girlfriend told FoxNews.com that he had become increasingly religious and railed against Western culture. So this does suggest he was on what I would describe as a kind of slow boil in terms of his own radicalization.
Other than the girlfriend, what more do we learn now about the family?
Well, a government source said both the father and the brother traveled to Pakistan, and there was this long, strained relationship between the family and the local community over the operating hours of their New Jersey chicken restaurant. And according to these court documents, the family sued local authorities in 2011, alleging that they were singled out by police because they're from Afghanistan and because of their Muslim faith. And there's also new information about prior contact between the FBI and the suspect after a domestic dispute. The victim alleged that Rahami also showed signs of possible radicalization. 2 sources confirmed the FBI followed up on this lead, but they said there was not enough evidence to pursue it, and the original allegations were withdrawn. The FBI seemed to downplay the episode yesterday.
There's nothing to indicate that currently he was on our radar. We had a report of a domestic incident some time ago. That was the allegations were recanted, and I don't have any other information. We'll keep digging.
A New Jersey state rep told one of the local newspapers that they were looking into the fact that he wanted to bring a Pakistani wife over to the United States in around 2014.
More to come on that. Catherine Herridge, thank you in Washington.
You're welcome.
Do you have a weight problem? Then you should know that Garcinia Cambogia Complex is the most successful all-natural appetite suppressant in the world. Its amazing effects were even featured on the Dr. Oz and other medical shows. Unlike useless fad diets, Be Thin Garcinia Cambogia Complex controls your appetite by making you feel fuller and more satisfied, so you can eat what you want, but you eat much less. And now, you can get Be Thin Garcinia Cambogia Complex either in a bottle or the money-saving Med Pouch. The Be Thin Med Pouch is heat-sealed, airtight, tamper-resistant, reclosable, convenient, and best of all, the Med Pouch costs far less than plastic bottles, so it saves you money. Get Be Thin Garcinia Cambogia Complex in the budget-friendly Med Pouch today and join the millions who use the world's #1 appetite suppressant to look their very best. Start losing weight right now with Be Thin Garcinia Cambogia Complex at BeThin.com